Good afternoon. How's it going today? Today, we are going to play a bit more of Once Upon a Time Rogue's Tale. This is a fairy tale themed, I guess they're called deck builders. And last time we unlocked the second character, who is the Frog Prince, and we played him. We actually beat the stage battles. Is the third chapter for him, so opened up a few more options. We also unlocked the third character, who is Jack, who has a new mechanic that I'm a little unfamiliar with, which is got something to do with beans, because of course it does. And we're going to go ahead, and this is Jeff the goat, and he does not have any freebies today. I'm going to select Jack. At the start of each turn, all allies receive 1 tendril. All right. I have no idea what the tendrils do. Okay, the Cloud Kingdom. All right, Jack, the alchemist's apprentice, had probably played another trick on his master, as he often did. He squatted in the bean field behind the workshop to wait out his master's anger. Jack mixed a few ingredients in a pot that he wasn't even supposed to touch, and then knocked it over onto a bean plant. The tendrils suddenly shot up. They grew on and on until their tips disappeared into the cloud. Without hesitation, Jack climbed up to see where they led. It's a whole city above the clouds. Okay. Now, what we want, I'm going to go up this end, get to the character soon, and then we'll choose whether we want to do this or the campfire. Okay, either way. Cloud jellyfish. Oh, I love the art. I love the art in this. Okay, Jack takes, at least at the moment, Jack takes the orange pots. Okay, he gets 1 tendril. Normal tendrils have no special effect. Okay. Of these, we have milky white, which shuffles extra beans into your draw pile. I'm going to draw 2 cards and strength. Spare bean. Allies receives 2 tendril. I'm guessing if you get a bunch of tendril, you will be able to do stuff. Turns tendril into a protective tendril. Grants 1 block at the end of the turn. Or fiery whip tendril. Random opposite enemy takes 1 damage per tendril at the end of the turn. At the start of each turn, all tendrils lose any effect. So I have 1 tendril up here. I can do all sorts of things. Does using, can I only use the tendrils once? Let's do More extra beans. Yes, extra beans. Those are new cards. That's fine. Okay. It's not discarded. I guess it is banished. So I don't remember if I get that back next turn. Alright. They're gonna try and hit me, so let's go ahead and select a target. He gets a protective tendril. Go ahead and give him a shield as well. And that's all we can do. Okay, so he now has extra shielding. He did not lose any hit points. We also have not done any damage. He got one tendril. Well, receives 2 tendrils. Okay. Turn tendril into a fire tendril. Now he has 3 fire tendrils. And that's about it, because all of these are extra beans, which I think I'm gonna save for later. So we'll skip the... Okay, it did some damage to him. And I still have 1 fire tendril left. At least it's telling me that I do. But I didn't actually... Okay, so now I have 2 tendrils. Can't select that target. Oh, see, that subtracted 2 and added 2, so that didn't actually do any good. Walk. Okay, got rid of his shield, but he's gonna put his shield back up. And it's even worse now. Let's see. Maybe if I gather some strength. And add extra beans. Alright, so now I have extra strength and I have okay. I don't know if I'm missing something or if this is just designed to be really slow. Alright. Receives 1 tendril. The extra strength didn't actually seem to do much. But I guess it couldn't. Well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna poison. You're gonna fragile and you're going to endurance. Poison cannot be blocked. I'm missing something. What happens if I do extra beans on this? That increased that. That got all sorts of... Alright, so now technically I have 5 beans. Alright, that actually did some damage. But I don't know how I'm likely to do extra damage with that. Now I have... I'm gonna run out of beans at a certain point. Alright, let's do fiery beans. And they're not gonna. Okay. I'm managing somehow to make a dent in him. I'm gonna need more beans though. Okay. We have more beans. We're not dead yet. Is there anything left in the draw pile? No. Alright, let's make fiery tendrils and defend. Okay. He's blocking up. Alright. More beans. Okay. I won. Whatever it's worth. Okay. Lots of gold. Ally receives extra dice. Dice, oddly, does not appear to be my... No. It says banish this card. That would remove all sorts of dice. But you get 3 tendrils out of it. Foolish one hand card. Okay. What do cards look like? Milky White is back, but the temporary cards are gone. Cards are gone. Okay. I go up the middle. I need to at the store, but I'd rather have the ally. Jack's feet were aching and his stomach was growling. He didn't have much food left. Before he could take a bite, someone tugged at his sleeve. He was very thin, as if he hadn't eaten properly. Alright, lose 5 HP, lose 300 coin, or lose 1 card. Alright, he's a generous creature. such as it is. I only need to get as far as this. Alright, you all need to be rebuilt. Ooh. I wouldn't be able to do much of anything. Alright. We're gonna whack me for 3, so defend. Yeah. Drawing cards at this point is not going to do me. We'll leave you for later. Okay. I think I want to defend. In fact, I might want to defend twice. Oh. Alright. We got 2 tendrils. Take advantage of Milky White. Let's add some tendrils. And let's do that. Need some damage. I needed some damage to me. Okay. This one is interesting because what happens if I just go big? And then I have a little bit of defense left. Didn't actually do any good. But I won. Okay. Sometimes takes a minute to really get a grip on the mechanics here. Per tendril on the target, receive 1 random die and draw 1 card. Target loses all tendrils. So you would have to rebuild from scratch. Ally receives 3 tendrils, but also gets 1 fatigue. Let's do you for no good reason except that you're different. All right, what do we have here? He finds a young girl going, aren't there any guided tours of the city? I want to see all the sights before the day is over. Okay. The king's daughter, Sophia. She spawns minions. Okay. Maybe I could help. Someone snatched her bag. Right. Sophie's fun because she spawns minions. Okay. Let's see. Minion me, Sophie. All right. There. Should have defended Sophie. We're gonna need Sophie. Will they steal my tendrils? Suck. All right, so the lesson here is, first off, look at who's gonna get hit. Okay. Minion Miss Sophie. Okay. Ally receives 2 tendrils. Yes. Okay. I put those tendrils on Sophie and then, oh, he can't do anything now. Do the tendrils go away afterwards? We shall have to see. To pay attention. She still has tendrils, so the tendrils are cumulative. So if I wanted to, I could now fire tendril Sophia and then use the rest of her to spawn more minions. And then give some tendrils to, I can't give anything to him because he is. Receives a random drop. Target loses all tendrils. I give all my tendrils to her. So she can't minion me, but that's her tendril on the target. Ah, okay. And that would suck up that dice, so that would not be useful. All right, let's see what kind of. Okay, so it does 7. It doesn't do anything. Taking some hits. Okay, she's still got way more tendrils. Okay. This is why I love Sophie and her minions. This is why I love Sophie and her minions. Alright, let's fire tendril Sophie. Fire tendril Jack, and that should take care of them, even without the minions. The wind disappeared and left the bag behind. Thanks so much. Let's go on together. We have the King's Daughter, Sophie. On damage taken or debuff received, draw 1 card. Her minions are very useful. Her maid, which is the second item, she shows up in the Frog Prince as well, is a little less useful. She just drops cards. Which might be useful. All right. Spawn. Receive a random lie card in your hand. What is a lie? I'm curious to know what it does. Okay. So. Unless someone steals the tendrils, they just kind of add up over time. Or you give up the tendril. All right. Minion May. That's all she can do. But you can do protective tendril, and that's it. That's all you can do. I get a joker card, or I could draw 2 cards and see if there's anything else. That. Okay. All right, so Jack has things to do. Minion May. Okay, what does this do? That's all that I would be able to do, because I need to be able to... Or I could... use this. Alright, that's hurt her. She's very fragile. But she's very weak. So, oh, that's right. To remember when you say minion me. You are losing cards down the bottom when you say minion me. So, when I say minion me, I lose some of my options. So I always want to check that. So, what do we have here? What we would very much like to do, we can't get any new tendrils, but we make that a fire tendril, and we could make that a fire tendril. That is it at the moment. Well, yeah, I want them to hit things. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, I saw some spare beans go by. So. The minions took care of it. Right. Spawned backhand beans. At the start of each turn, add 1 extra bean to your hand at a 10% chance of adding a super bean to 3 turns. That's not bad. Alright, I need to rest up because Jack has been taking some hits. We are going to have to skip the store. Its team, unlock an ability. Unlock one ability. Tendril. Unlock all trigger all tendril effects immediately. And then she unlocks Sophia's mate. Alright, let's do Jack. You can do one character per Restsite. Okay. Ooh. Either way, we are probably going to take some hits. Alright, let's go into battle. Oh, it's a lizard dragon. He's pretty. Okay. Okay. This is here, but I can't do anything with it if I want to do anything else. They're gonna hit me. Spawn backhand beams. Alright, let's minion me. And let's fire. Well, it didn't actually do anything, and now the tendrils are gone. Okay. Well, I mean, it hit him for 2. Which is what we intended. Okay, that is a slightly better roll. Alright. We want our spare beans to be used on... Doesn't seem to really... Let's do one on each. And let's make you... we're gonna lose a... Well, I should have done defend. Oh, well. Fewer dice than 4. Okay. To preserve you. Alright, so let's spawn backhand beams and let's minion me. And that'll be that. Right. Okay. Minions. Oh, minions to the rescue. We had a chance to see, but you are 0. So, 26 and 22, that's too bad. What do they have in the shop? Wind. I can get both. Cards. Always extra beans. Those are always cool. I always get the random enemy receives 2 limping. Swap multiple enemies with a random neighbor. Maybe if I upgrade them, they're more interesting. Alright. Do I have an opinion? I mean, Jack is going to have the most reach if he's over here. I guess what this indicates is they want as many beings as possible to go on the central characters. So Sophia will be off on her side, spawning minions. Okay. Let's see how that works. Oh. Alright, these guys are sometimes no joke, so. Alright, a bunch of wins, and one of you. Okay. Wind wants orange, and so does Jack. Okay. I want to remember the minions. So you can drag these around. The one that's on the bottom is going to get used first. So let's hit Jack up and then turn into the fiery tendril, and then Sophie can spawn a minion. And that is about it. Okay. Alright. Where strategery comes into play, because I think what needs to happen is there needs to be... Oh, he stole from my tendrils? Alright. I'm tempted to spawn the King's Daughter's Life. I need to see what it does. What do you do? Receive a random lie card in your hand. But what does that do? Okay. I want to spawn another minion. Right. I don't know if that was the right choice or not. Spending all of my tendrils on someone who is getting smacked around. Dang. Okay. You will be tired. Ally receives 1 energy. Alright. First of all, you are just gonna have to be fiery. And then I give you some spare beans. Right. Keep you protected. I mean, yeah, something give us another minion. There we go. Oh, see, she keeps getting debuffs and then she draws a card. Maybe it's just kind of a holder for other things that are going on. Okay. I don't actually see the lie card that they were talking about. Okay, my brain hurts. Okay. I can take you out by targeting you. I can give some action. Can I do anything else? No. I can spawn extra minions. We have 4. So let's give Jack some beans. Okay, I can spawn extra minions or I can defend and I. And 3 endurance. Or defend Sophie because she's kind of a weenie at this point. And I'm gonna need her. She brings the minions. Okay. That's that bit done. All my tendrils. Need to be lucky here. Okay. Okay. I'll give you a hit. That will give you some protection, but not by much. Maybe you could minion me, yes. Alright. I think I can survive this. Okay, that was a pretty good roll. Oh, it's a very good roll. Lots of options. Okay. So, I don't even really need this air beams, but let's do this. This. Actually, let's go ahead and that. And they're both dead. All right. Okay, the King's Daughter Lies is not being useful. I mean, kinda, but not really. Alright. Heal the team. Unlock an ability. What do you unlock? You get a passive upgrade. Every 2 rounds, a random enemy receives 3 limping. That's only useful if you fire off his random rearrangement skill, which I've not really been doing. not that Sophie. Sophie's made it all that much better. There may be use for her. But Sophie keeps getting hit with things drawing cards, and then I don't need other cards. He peeked through the window and saw a gold heart playing all by itself. He opened the window, crept over the heart, slipped out of the house without waking the woman. He had only gone a few steps when suddenly the tip of a huge sword dug into the ground next to him. Fight against the giant. Cloud Giant Tulip. That looks fun. Okay. So, I think what we need to do first is wait to minion me. And then energy, minion me. That's it. That's all we got. No one else has anything to do about it. And okay. Oh, because there were no cards left. Without having any cards, Sophie cannot spawn her minions. Okay, that is really exciting. Okay. So, what ourselves. Yes. Jack the things. Get one minion out of Sophie. I'm going to give you fire tendrils. Give you protective tendrils. Give you fire tendrils. That's all we got. The ally receives 2 energy. Do that first. Philippines on Jack. Now, get another minion out of you. Wire tendrils. Can't get a minion because we don't have any cards, so let's spawn extra beams. Alright, thorns and okay. Alright, let's give one of these to the wind. Fire beams. Spawn a minion. Spawn a minion. Give you fire beams. he's like would have turned out of place? Why is he not firing off? He has all the tendrils. Okay. Alright. I think what needs to happen is Jack needs to get. We must do this first. Now, do this. I don't wait. I don't. Why can't I? Character is stunned. You better not steal my beans, man. Alright, so we can minion me. Which may well. I think I put too many beans on the side and he can't hit this character from here. That's why it wasn't making any difference. So, see what happens. Now you. Okay, not the point. Point is fire tendril, and we are going to knock you down. Activate. Turns a tendril into a wonder tendril, learns 2 blocks per tendril, and a random enemy takes 1 damage per tendril at the end of the turn, but then destroys half the tendrils. Or spawn a magic hen. Start of each turn, ally receives 1 energy and draws 1 card. Human Smeller. Start of each turn, all enemies received. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Alright, you're expensive. We'll do that. An extra dice. And we have the Cloud Giant Tulip. Okay, at the start of each turn, you have a 33% chance to receive 1 blue die. He straight up whacks people. It's always easy. Or he straight up shields people. Okay. I'm gonna look at him. Cloud Giant sank to his knees. What do you want from me anyways? Is this about the heart? We both know. It's not just about the heart. Many of our belongings have been stolen recently. My job is to find and punish the thief. I didn't steal anything. Why should I believe you? When you were just talking about the heart. You could now go home. But he hated nothing more than being wrongly accused. I will help you find the stolen items and the real thief. It's a deal. A great adventure lay ahead. Alright. I'll put you in the middle where you can hit things. And you are just going to be off to the side until I find someone to replace you. Okay. What do we have here? Let's see. We have a Chapter 2, Chasing Clues in the City. Jack climbed down the beanstalk, ran back and forth until the giant was also on the ground. They assumed that the objects that had been stepped on would no longer up there. Ears shook slightly when the giant landed next to Jack. Okay, Cloud Giant can't find it up north, so he figures it's gotta be down. Come on, if we hurry, we'll find the thief today. So they pointed themselves to the city. Alright. We need to go up and then over to that campfire. So the spear guard is easier than the ogre, but they have a habit of summoning minions. Fortunately, I also have a habit of summoning minions. Okay, spare beans. Who's gonna go after him? Alright, and put our spare beans on Jack. And we're going to give him. We've lost. Gotta remember, he needs cloud energy. Oh, but he has. Well, 5 die. He's going to take up 3, including one of these. Or we can block. 6 damage. Alright. I want Sophia to spawn a minion. So let's do that. Actually, no, I need to reserve this. Spawn a minion. Hit you. Alright, that's all we can do. Alright, so pay attention to the dice. Alright, so fire whip. Going to hit you. Hit you. So shield you. Minion system. Right. Okay, active means big box of treasure. Discard all your cards, get 4 random dice, and draw 3 new cards. Or spawned backhand beans. Alright, let's see what you do. Okay. Sun had been shining. Oh, it's the 3 pigs. I always go for the straw house, and it will ask me to remove a random hand card from 3. Ooh. That's gonna be rough. Usually it's just a default card and I don't worry about it too much. An extra bean or a super bean. I think I'm going to keep the solid, simple math bean and not have to do that. Complicated junk. Alright. This is the side that leads over to the Restsite. So. Ah, the little bitch. She's useful enough. Well, no, actually, she's kind of not, if I'm being told. What do you do? Adds a rule breaker. Attacks additionally cause random negative an attack. Ally receives 1 fatigue. Alright, but this one gives you back 1 energy. Let's do that. And let's do that. Right, I don't know what the point is of this one, so we're just gonna skip it. That skips a little wedge too, because this is going to be another possible. Although sometimes you need to. Oh, it's the turnips. The trick with the turnips is you get this really good shield card. Or you could fight and get the mountain giant. He's okay. The man handed him a turnip and smiled. They sat next to each other in silence, eating turnips and enjoying the peace and quiet. And you get the giant earth spirit, who is very useful. And 5 hits. Happy lesson to you. Don't steal turnips. Alright. Oh, tidy rat. Okay. What do we got? Okay. So, we have spare beans. I'm gonna give those to Jack. If I do this, I can fire off Sophie. Once, or I could get 2 minions. I'm actually going to do 2 minions, and you can't do anything, so you're gonna hit them, you're gonna hit them. It's not much. You always want to shield Jack, because if he dies, he's toast. Alright, so the minions have stepped up. Okay. 2 and 2. Alright. She's not helpful. Defend. Let's say hit the tidy rat. We could hit the tidy rat again. And then the minions would probably wipe it out. Let's do that. And then I can do 1 tendril. You're going to heal yourself. You're going to go ahead and protect you. Not by much, but violent. Okay. Minions did not hit the right person. Okay. So. You're going to use that. Okay, he's expensive to use, but I think it's important to have the shielding. You could act, or you could act. I'm gonna get rid of you because you're about to poison me. On Sophia's maid. That would give me extra minions if I needed. Yeah, let's do this and then this. Sophia's gonna need to fire off the minions. Okay, so beer beans. Okay, so Sophie can really only give me one minion with this, but that's okay. You could hit. Probably didn't need to get that exciting, but extra beans, draw one card, banish this card for the rest of the battle. Okay. 2 extra beans. All right, so we are going up here. That's going to be rough. Okay. It's always kind of scary when you get to the when it's just a straight up death's head. Okay, thunder and lightning. Other skills are enhanced. Thunder and lightning changes. Until the end of the turn, other skills are enhanced. Thunder and lightning changes to heavy bolt. He is a very useful character if you have a lot of jokers or you have a lot of blue die, because that is just how the dice roll. Did that already? Yeah. Okay. On the other hand, ooh, see, this is going to be 3 battles in a row. That's going to be rough. Okay. And there's not a lot of area of effects on this one. This team. Okay. We have a lot of rules. Okay. Now. Let's minion me. To the end of turn, other skills are enhanced. Thunder and lightning changes to heavy bolt. Sometimes that means next turn he gets even better. And I do have the dice for this. So what does heavy bolt do? Multiple enemies take 5 damage. But he takes damage and he receives 2 stunned. So that is all he can do for a minute. Or that's okay, because I don't usually get this roll. So he is stunned. You can be a fire tendril, probably at her. Yeah. Okay. Right, there's no use taking the blue dice at the moment because it is stunned. So, what do you do again? Okay. Well, you are also stunned. So you're gonna have to wait for one thing. Alright. Minion me. Big minion me again. Okay, I think though this is a chance to do this. This. And now minion me, and that is the end of that. You can do fire tendril. Alright. Not too bad. I do kind of need more beans though. Alright, minions. Take out the center row here. Okay. I think he's coming out of his stun, so let's keep those. And we have some spare beans. We have even more beans. So let's reserve you. And let us do you. Alright, we've got plenty of minions on the board, so let's do you. Yeah, I think we can get away with that. Okay. I don't know if that actually did anything. But I can fire tendril you, and I can hit you. And hopefully I would have loved to have played you. Okay. Yeah, the wind is not overly helpful, if I'm being honest. Not too much. Oh, because they're stunned. In that case, let's fire you off. Minion me. Fire tendril, and I wonder what happens if I fire tendril and you are stunned. We'll see what happens. Ah, even if they're stunned, they still hit. Okay. Good to know. When you get extra beans. Alright, the cloud giant is taking a hit, and we have 2 more battles. This is going before. What is this? This, yeah. Skull in a flask. Okay. Alright, so. Let's do you. Minions. Minions. There's just not a lot I can do at this moment. It's right. He's gonna hit. He's gonna hit. That's it. All right, so we are going to inject the spare beams and defend the giants. Actually, spawn here, and that is going to be. Oh, you're stunned. All right. Minions. That's it. That's all we got. Can't even get the maid. Okay. If you're stunned, there's not a lot we can do with that, so. Okay. I am playing this on the assumption that I am not going to get very far into this here. And that the yeah, I think one of the next ones is going to pace me. So he's still stunned. Jack is stunned. Tendrils fire off anyways, but Jack cannot. I have no idea what that did. I think the minions in the item. Well, Jack has 5 hit points. He is so toasted. Jack is just, there's no. All right, but we'll give it a shot. We'll give him some spare beans. Some spare beans. Some extra energy. Protective tendril. And then minion me Sophia. That's all we can do. I mean, that's it. That's all we can do. We might be able to get Jack out of the line of fire eventually, but forget it. All right, so the wind giant may be bidding us farewell, which which means that. Okay. Okay. Action. And me. Clear it off. Tendrils. Don't know that this doesn't do any good. Give them random die and draw a card. Target loses all tendrils. And there's nothing else that can be done. Right. We'll have to see what happens. Okay. Not dead yet. Not dead. Okay. And me. Tendril. 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 Oh man, that's all we got. Sorry, wind. Okay. That is game over because poor Jack has bit the dust. Okay. I have plenty of fairy dust, so start of each turn, add 2 extra beans to your hand. Strength, insight, strength card, immunity. End of each turn. That is interesting. Let's try this and this. I'm curious whether you can only have 1 passive ability at a time or if they stack. Jeff is trying to tempt me. Unlocks a random character ally, only valid for 1. Every now and then, these go freebied. These are all permanent unlocks. These are for the run only. What do I have 3. Riding Hood in the Forest, every main character, chapter 3, Riding Hood in the Forest. Riding Hood in the Forest, the Frog Prince in chapter 1. new event. I think the event has the possibility of not being a fight. But all of the others, yeah, I think that's what those are. Or I could just start of the battle, spawn motivation. The end of each turn, get 2 cards, or I could unlock. Or if to see what motivation actually did. Okay. I do want to run Jack again, but not in this stream. So I think what I would probably do is save and quit from here and let that go for the moment. I'll go do some other stuff. And we'll see what we see. In the meantime, we'll say thanks for watching and see you next time.